Are these the games of your dreams or the dreams in your games?
Shh, baby, just another nightmare.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 video game dream sequences.
I had a really scary dream, but I don't remember what it was about.
For this list, a dream will be anything from hallucinations to actual dreams, as long as the sequence in question is only a small segment of the game, and not the whole game in its entirety. Unfortunately, that means games like The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, Super Mario Bros. 2, and Killer 7 did not make the cut. Number 10, The Ink Monster, Far Cry 3.
What the hell is that thing?
Ubisoft's third entry in its Far Cry series had players taking control of Jason Brody, a young American forced to kill in order to save his friends.
Brought you a souvenir.
After drinking a poison to prove his allegiance to a friendly faction, he experiences one heck of a hallucination.
Drink. This is a poison for the weak. Only the strongest will survive it.
Fighting a creature of ink also known as the Giant, Jason must use a bow to defend himself if he wants to live long enough to come down from this crazy trip. Of course, the real Mindbender arrives when he wakes up.
The descendants of the warrior became the Rocky. Our people.
Number 9, Digital Trips, Watch Dogs.
You have never seen Chicago like this. Have a wild trip, my friend.
Controlling Aiden Pierce, a vigilante hacker exacting revenge on those who killed his niece, players can explore digital trips, an addictive type of audiovisual hallucination. These serve as minigames that range from controlling a hulking robot spider to one that turns the game into a survival horror scenario where you must avoid robotic citizens. These digital trips inject a fair amount of sci-fi flavor into Watch Dogs' not-so-distant future setting.
Errors reported.
Number 8, Nightmares, Catherine.
Seriously, give me a break!
This puzzle platformer adventure game is all about making the player question what is real and what is a dream.
Oh, I can't let you carry your memories of your dream back into the real world. If you were to try anything in reality, it'd be troublesome for my game.
The player guides Vincent, who's voiced by current superstar Troy Baker, up a tower that requires you to shift blocks and avoid traps in order to reach a brief moment of safety.
So if I climb to the very top, I'll be saved?
I've said too much.
Oh, and it's also implied that these nightmares are a curse forced upon you for being unfaithful. And if you die in the dream, you die for reals. Sweet dreams.
And in other news, we have more on the recent string of unexplained deaths that seem to be exclusively involving young men.
Number 7, Dreamworld, The Simpsons Arcade. Most people are familiar with the side-scrolling beat-em-up arcade game starring the Simpsons family, but the Dreamworld level was something else. After falling off a waterfall and nearly drowning, the Simpsons battle their way through donuts, empty radiation suits, and ultimately battle a bowling ball. Although the Simpsons TV show would eventually get this weird in some episodes, this level arrived way before anyone ever said the words Space Coyote. Number 6, Dream Segments, Mario and Luigi, Dream Team.
Let's go!
In the 4th installment of the Mario and Luigi series of turn-based role-playing games, dreams are key to success. By jumping into Luigi's dreams, Mario enters Dreamworld, where he is joined by Luigi's dream counterpart, Dreamy Luigi. By interacting with Luigi in the real world, the dream world will change, helping to solve puzzles and ultimately leading the brothers to victory. Highlights of this surreal trip to the subconscious are the moments where Luigi grows into a giant to defeat certain bosses. Number 5, Alan's Nightmare, Alan Wake. Billed as a psychological action thriller, this title focuses heavily on dreams, and more specifically, nightmares. The particular nightmare we are focusing on is the opening of the game, where Alan Wake, a professional writer who finds himself unable to get past writer's block, races down a lonely country road.
I've been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there.
After accidentally running over a hitchhiker, Wake is startled to discover that the body has disappeared, and the only way back has been walled off by bricks, forcing him to follow a dark and foreboding trail on foot.
The darkness is dangerous. It's sleeping now. When it feels you coming, it will wake up.
Number 4, Shadow Moses Flashback, Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots.
Everything all right, Snake?
I was having that dream again.
The 4th entry in the critically acclaimed stealth series, Metal Gear Solid 4 is packed with Easter eggs and references to past games. Case in point, prior to the start of Act 4, Twin Suns, the player experiences a segment of the opening level of the original Metal Gear Solid, while being flown to the same location several years later.
Snake, are you all right?
Yeah, I just slipped a little.
The section is a faithful emulation of the original scene, though if you die, you won't get to hear the iconic Snake, Snake, Snake! Number 3, Lakeside Amusement Park, Silent Hill 3.
Where am I?
In the Silent Hill series, figuring out what's real isn't always the easiest thing to do. When the player begins Silent Hill 3, only to find themselves in the middle of Lakeside Amusement Park, they'd be forgiven for thinking that the game is starting off fast. But if you die or reach a certain point in the level, it's revealed that the entire thing was a dream by Heather, the main character. Unfortunately for her, the nightmare is far from over.
What a nightmare.
Number 2, Scarecrow Levels, Batman Arkham Asylum.
You've ingested enough toxins to drive 10 men insane.
Set in Arkham Asylum, a facility outside of Gotham City, this action-adventure title had Batman facing off with a wide cast of villains from the Batman universe, including Scarecrow. Early on in the game, the player will explore Arkham's medical facility, a visit which forces you to ride in an elevator that's been pumped full of Scarecrow's fear gas. Things start to get weirder and weirder, culminating in the walls breaking apart to reveal a strange world of floating, collapsing buildings, with a giant-sized Scarecrow looming over you.
One little bat, you're in my world now.
Batman's only choice is to traverse the nightmarish landscape and defeat Scarecrow. Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Oh God, my shrink is gonna have a field day with this.
It is okay, Ratchet. You can come in. It is safe inside this door.
Number 1, The Crying Baby, Max Payne. Max Payne, an NYPD detective turned renegade DEA agent, has his fair share of nightmares. But the nightmare during part 2 of the game, the prologue of A Cold Day in Hell, takes the cake. Max finds himself in several unnaturally long corridors, following the screams of his long-dead wife and daughter. The further he goes, the more red the screen gets, but no matter how far he runs, he can never get to the source of the crying. Nightmarish indeed.
No, 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 please God, no.
Do you agree with our list? Think you've played a game with a dream sequence that should have been on here?
Oh, there, big guy. We're just getting started.
For more informative top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Yeah! Suck it! I win! Ha ha ha!